We just expect that it's going to happen to us too. And rightly so, because you know what? It's happening to everybody. But the only reason it's happening to everybody is because everybody has bet on the wrong horse. Everybody's gone to an M.D. They didn't even know there was another horse in the race, for goodness sake. And we've gotten used to getting sick. That's why the subtitle of my book was Everybody is Sick, and I know why. But the average Joe on the street does not have this perspective. And, they'll go to their medical doctor or read in Reader's Digest about how dangerous vitamins are. And it's nonsense. It's like we're all in Alice in Wonderland, down the rabbit hole, baby. It's upside down, inside out, and completely backwards. Drugs cannot fix a nutrient deficiency disease, period. And most chronic disease is caused by not enough nutrition. You don't have a bad gene. You haven't been cursed by God, and it's not because you're getting older. It's simply because your body has run out of the raw materials it needs to keep itself healthy. It is that simple.
I want to now cut to this conversation that you and I had last week briefly. You gave an example of a horse. We'll use that again. And you talked about a phenomenon that sometimes horses have when they'll eat everything in sight and they can't get enough nutrition. And you were correlating it to why people are fat and obese. Do you remember that?
I remember it. This is the
You've got to share what you shared with me. That was so interesting.
Okay, this is the weight loss secret that not even Oprah knows.
There you go.
Okay, and I'm serious as a heart attack. Obesity is a giant problem here, no pun intended. Over 300,000 people in this country die every year from illnesses related to obesity. 30% of our kids are obese. 1/3 of the adult population is obese. Obesity is rapidly becoming the biggest healthcare concern in this country. And if it keeps going this way, it's going to be bad. And this is happening because of your MD. Obesity is your MD's fault. It's not your fault. It's your MD's fault.
Why? Why are you saying it's the MD's fault with respect to this?
Because we go to MDs for healthcare. We pay good money out of our pockets, hard-earned money every month to gain access to their type of medicine. We've put them up on this pedestal where they love to be, and we trust that their therapeutics are going to help us. But they've completely let us down. And while they've been driving the bus of medicine for the last 100 years in the United States, obesity has skyrocketed. It has skyrocketed because they do not know how to fix it. And we do.
Okay. Bring that example about the horse.
So obesity is a deficiency disease. It is not a disease of excess. It is a deficiency disease, period. And there's a phenomenon in horses called pica. It's also called cribbing. It's an uncontrollable need to eat in a horse. It also happens in cows. It can happen in sheep and pigs, but most of the time it's horses or cattle. It's an uncontrollable need to eat in the animal. When an animal has pica or cribbing, a horse, for instance, it'll eat poop, it'll eat stones, it'll eat dirt, it'll eat the wood on its fence. It'll eat anything that it can, and it cannot stop doing it. Now, did the horse have alcoholic parents? No. Did the horse have an inferiority complex? No. Did the horse need gastric bypass surgery? No. Did the horse have a weak will? No. The horse was not overeating because of a bad gene either. The horse was overeating because it was egregiously low in nutrition, and its central nervous system knew it. If you could visualize 100% optimal nutrition as an orange juice bottle filled to the brim with orange juice, and that's optimal nutrition, the average American has less than 1/3 of that bottle filled. Less than 1/3 of our nutritional tanks are filled. And in this case, with the horse, it's like 1/10 of the way filled. And when your nutritional bottle starts running on fumes, so to speak, your central nervous system knows it. And it makes the animal eat in the desperate attempt to fill that tank up. The only problem is The food that the horse is eating doesn't have the nutrients in it that's necessary to fill the tank up, and neither is the food that we're eating. So that a typical person who's 100 pounds overweight will tell you, they went to Olive Garden or someplace, had 2,500 calories, and 2 hours later they're hungry again. And they're not hungry again because they have a weak will. They're not hungry again because of a psychological condition. They're not hungry because they have a bad gene, and they're not hungry because they need their stomach cut out, which is what their MD will tell you. They're hungry because their nutritional tank is empty. And so the fix for this is simple. When you consume the proper recipes of vitamins, minerals, essential fatty acids, essential nutrients, when you fill your tank up every day with bioavailable nutrients, your cravings disappear. So you go to Olive Garden, there's 2,500 calories on the plate, you eat 500, you're full. You take the rest home in a doggy bag. You don't get hungry between meals, and you don't eat calories. The only thing that makes people gain weight is too many calories. There was nobody in Auschwitz that was overweight. I don't care what their medical diagnosis was. If you don't eat calories, you lose weight. The only thing that makes people eat too many calories is chronic, undiagnosed, unrecognized nutrient deficiencies, period. When you fill the tank up, your cravings go away. It's really easy for you to eat, 1,500 calories a day, and you'll lose weight like nobody's business.
What do people do to make sure on a nutrient level that they are filling their tanks up? What is the recommended action you have for us?
Well, that's easy. We made it easy. And this is, again, one of the gifts to humanity that Dr. Wallach has brought to the table. And I could talk for an hour about, the social imperative that Dr. Wallach, his social agenda. It's unbelievable the stuff that this guy has done. He sued the FDA 8 times, $1 million each time, so we can give information to you that's going to save your life without being thrown in jail, right? I could go on and on. But one of the things that he did, the result of all that research that he was involved with, $25 million of federally funded research, 26,000 autopsies, that's a lot of clinical work. His research eliminated 900 diseases in the animal kingdom. Eliminated it. 900 diseases in the animal kingdom. Eliminated them. They're gone. And when he became a naturopathic physician, he started applying with human patients the therapeutics that they used in the animal kingdom and got the same result. And it's because of Wallach's breadth of experience with actual illness, actual people with actual successful treatment outcomes, that he was able to develop and formulate recipes which provide the body with everything that the body needs. Now, before I met Dr. Wallach, what I used to do, if you wanted to be a patient of mine, we'd have to do $250 worth of blood work. I would analyze the blood work along nutritional lines, and then I would fine-tune for you a nutritional program based on your blood work, kind of filling in the blanks, giving you what you needed and not giving you what you had plenty of, right? That's a smart thing to do, but it was expensive. And every 3 months, we have to do more blood work and kind of fine-tune the program, and it's expensive. It was effective, but it was expensive. But now Dr. Wallach comes along and says, you know what? The human body is smart enough to fix itself. So all that you have to do is give it all of the essential nutrients that it needs every day and get the hell out of the way, and the body will fix itself. And you know how many people died last year from a vitamin overdose? 0. It is virtually impossible to hurt yourself or to take too much of a vitamin. You can do it. Too much water will kill you. Too much sunlight will kill you. I think the only thing that too much of won't hurt you is love, right? But too much of anything will kill you. It's virtually impossible to do that with nutrients. So, Dr. Wallach devised something called the Healthy Start Pack. It's 3 nutritional supplements, 2 liquids and 1 essential fatty acid in a gel cap. Those 3 supplements combined together provide you with all 91 essential nutrients that your body needs in extremely bioavailable, concentrated, and effective recipes. And as God is my witness, since I've been working with Wallach and following